So a common thing we hear about is, what can I do when my child has a cough? And realize that there are different flavors of coughs. Some of them will last very briefly, and some coughs can last for weeks to months. They can be frustrating for kids, frustrating for parents, even frustrating for us. Coughing is usually some form of keeping the airway open. And with like a lot of things in pediatrics, we see what comes with it. The child who is coughing but still playing and sleeping well and going to school is a nuisance cough, but less of a concern. The child who can't sleep at night, in fact, the nighttime cough, that gets our attention. The child who might be struggling to breathe, obviously a much higher issue. The child who has a fever or vomits with a cough, a bigger problem. So, when your child is coughing, first we ask, are they working harder to breathe? How do you know this? You may look at their nose. If their nose is going in and out, we call that flaring. That's harder work, that's a bigger problem. We might hear a sound. We call that stridor. That means they're trying to work harder to get air in the lungs. That's a bigger problem. We look at their collarbones. If they're using muscles above the collarbones or between the ribs, we call that retraction. So if you see any of those signs at any time with a cough, that's worth calling your pediatrician. We also ask how they're doing. Again, the child who's going to school and playing and able to sleep at night, I'm less worried about. But the usually active child who can't do those things makes me concerned. Often kids will cough so much that they vomit, and that's a bit of a higher level of concern because we want to make sure they're not going to get dehydrated. If your child has a history of wheezing in the past, eczema or hay fever, we know those things all come together and that can make the cough more serious. So if we are hearing about a cough that interrupts sleep, school, play, or usual activity, higher level of concern, probably worth seeing the pediatrician. Same thing if there's a fever or they're not eating or drinking. What can you do at home with a cough? The honest truth is most of the over-the-counter medicines don't do much for cough. One of my favorite treatments for cough, honey, as long as your child's above the age of 1 year. Honey, and you can give it to them in a spoon, put it in water, tastes good. Most kids like the sweetness, and it can help coat the throat and reduce the cough. Some kids do better with elevating the head or the crib of the bed. That can be done with a pillow. Some kids will do better with a humidifier just to open up airways. If a child is having issues trying to get the air in, more of that croup cough, taking them in the shower and the warm steam can help. But again, if you're seeing those signs of increased work of breathing, we need to hear about that. Again, we usually do not recommend over-the-counter medicines. Now, if the cough has been going on for a while, 5 days, 7 days or longer, that might be worth having a look to see if there's anything else, perhaps wheezing, perhaps a sinus issue that we can help with. Now, if your child in the past was told they have asthma or bronchospasm and you have past inhaler medicines, it may be worth using those. So again, coughs can be a nuisance. Cough can keep everybody up at night, and we understand that can be an issue. But hopefully you're learning what are some of the bigger warning signs about cough, warning signs about increased work of breathing, and if there's ever any concern on your part, you're not sure what next to do, please call the office. We have in-office and telemedicine visits, and hopefully we can help your child get through a cough. We can help determine if it's serious or not and help you and your child sleep better at night.